Hello, I'm Natasha Karamichou, and in the next two podcasts, we will navigate through the interesting but complicated topic of acquiring the Greek citizenship. Working with Greeks living abroad for some time now, I often receive the frustration and bitterness when their legal cases in Greece are not completed in the anticipated time, when bureaucracy takes over, and among them, the important issue of their acquiring the Greek citizenship is left unfinished and abandoned, resulting in the applicant's inconvenience. Thus, the process of acquiring the Greek citizenship is transformed from a joyful and optimistic process into a permanent struggle with the Greek state authorities. Why do we confront so many discrepancies when we want to acquire an attribute that we legitimately deserve? One of the reasons could be that Greeks living abroad submit copies of certificates without proof of their accuracy and not the original copies, or certificates that are not translated through the official translators of the Greek Ministry of Foreign Affairs or lawyers and without the Hague seal, the apostille. Let's start, however, explaining what the difference between the terms nationality, ethnikότητα ή ηθαγένεια, and citizenship, υπηκότητα, is, if any. According to the Greek Association for Human Rights, citizenship and nationality are the same. They both indicate the relationship between a person and a state to which he or she belongs, namely, he or she is a citizen. In Greek language, therefore, citizenship and nationality are synonymous. It is said that nationality is not given, you have it, while citizenship can be acquired. Every person acquires nationality at the moment of birth, similar to the nationality one of his or her parents bear, this is the law of blood, or under specific conditions, the nationality of the place of birth. During his or her lifetime, he or she may acquire a new citizenship voluntarily. In general, both terms denote the same relationship between a person and a state. In Greece, a 2020 law is currently in force for the acquisition of Greek citizenship with a number of updates, the last one being applied from the beginning of 2025. The scope of this law is to simplify the procedures for the naturalization of Greeks living abroad and to enhance the possibility of their effective participation into the country's political and social life, to reduce bureaucracy and speed up the examination of naturalization applications, as well as to ensure objectivity, transparency, and equality in the process. How can anyone acquire the Greek citizenship? First of all, by birth. The child of a Greek man or woman acquires Greek citizenship from birth. Anyone born in Greek territory also acquires Greek citizenship from birth, provided that he or she does not acquire foreign citizenship or provided that he or she is of unknown citizenship. Secondly, with recognition. A foreign child, a non-Greek child, born out of wedlock of parents, is legally recognized as a child with Greek citizenship, and he or she is fully assimilated to a child born within wedlock if her parent recognized him or her, and if at that time he or she is under 18 years old. Thirdly, by adoption. A foreign child who was adopted before he or she turns 18 years old as a child of a Greek man or woman becomes Greek from the time of adoption. By enlistment in the armed forces. Greeks living abroad admitted to the military schools or enlisted in the armed forces as volunteers can automatically acquire Greek citizenship. Greeks living abroad enlisting as volunteers in time of military recruitment or war may acquire Greek citizenship by application without further formalities. Last but not least, by naturalization. Naturalization is a lengthy and complicated process. This is why we will dive into it in our next podcast. For the moment, what you need to have in mind is that the children of Greeks living abroad who acquire Greek citizenship by naturalization become Greeks without any other wording if they are unmarried or under 18 years old at the date of acquisition of the Greek citizenship by the parent. Of course, many bureaucratic technicalities need to be respected until the citizenship acquisition is completed. Can we lose or be exempt from our Greek citizenship? We can. For example, due to the acquisition of a foreign nationality. anyone can acquire a foreign nationality on his or her own free will, or it has taken up a public service in a foreign state, given that the assumption of such service implies the acquisition of the citizenship of that state. For reasons of disqualification, any person who during his or her residence in a foreign country has acted in the interest of this foreign country, performing acts incompatible with his or her Greek status and contrary to the interests of Greece, can lose the Greek citizenship. Due to a declaration of renunciation, it is permissible to renounce the Greek citizenship when a person is an adult and declares that he or she has ceased to have a genuine link with the country and resides abroad. Other cases of exemption do exist as well. In our next podcast, we will focus on the process of naturalization and respective requirements.